Hi everybody, it's midnight. I'm filming my closet. I will have a setup maybe, hopefully in the near future, but welcome to episode 1 of the all-encompassing podcast starring me, Lauren, your host of the podcast. I'm talking quietly because I'm super tired because it's after midnight and I just worked a shift at a job, but hopefully I won't be doing too much more of that, child. Won't be doing too much more of that clocking in mess. Anywho, I wanted to, oh my gosh, I can't speak English. This first episode is going to be about the specific laws of power from Robert Greene's book, 48 Laws of Power, that I implemented to change my life. So without further ado, let's get this started. And these are like in no particular order of like importance. This is just what I use on like a day-to-day basis. So I have my notes here, as you can see. All right, so I'm starting with law number 4. Always say less than necessary. Y'all talk too much. And I know I'm sitting up here recording a podcast, doing it for free, talking, yapping at the screen, but like, y'all, these folks don't be saying nothing. They don't be talking about nothing. Like, I was at work one time, and this girl come up to me. She don't work there no more. She talking about something. You never talk to me anymore. You don't got nothing good to say. I only talk to people that are doing better than me. So I only talk to people that have more money than me, more successful than me, or smarter than me. If we don't speak, it's because you not none of the above. Like, that's just what it is. If you say less, you listen more. Thus, you learn more. Thus, you get further ahead in life. Stop talking. Most of what you say is probably irrelevant anyway. And I'm not judging because that was me. Most of what I was saying was irrelevant. If it's not helpful, if it's not funny, if you don't get paid to say it, you might not need to. And it's so difficult because I have a talky job. I have a job where I have to talk all the time. I'm a waitress. I had to talk to me. Sometimes I get tired of talking halfway through the shift and I'll be at my table just nodding. Thumbs up, all in front of the pizza. Lord have mercy. But always say less than necessary, because if you make room for silence, people will have the tendency to fill that silence with whatever they want to say. And you end up learning all types of things about and from people that you would have never known had you been sitting up there running your mouth all day, like how you usually be doing. And I'm not judging, because look at me. I'm sitting in the closet talking to my iPhone. Who am I to judge? I'm just saying, always say less than necessary. You can fine-tune them listening skills. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Cut it. Cut all that talking. Moving along, we got law number 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. I done cut some folks off. That's why it's midnight and I'm talking to an iPhone in my closet. I done cut off some unhappy and unlucky people. I don't be talking to just any and everybody. The thing about it is, energy transmutes. If you around somebody who's low vibrational, always negative, you know what happens? You start feeling some kind of way. You start feeling a little down, feeling a little negative. What happens when you're feeling down, feeling negative? You don't want to go to work. You don't want to make no money. You don't want to be happy. You don't want to be doing nothing. You're sitting up there with depression. In the book Laws of Power, the specific example that Robert Greene uses is the story of Lola Montez. She was in love. She was like the mistress of the Hungarian king or something. And this king, he had a great reputation with all of his, you don't call them constituents if it's royalty, but he had a good representation amongst all of like the people in the place. The people in the place, they had liked him. He started hanging around Lola Montez, right? Lola Montez, she a old boogie dog, like she real gutter type. Once he started hanging around her, the people stopped fooling with the king, right? And then I believe, if I remember correctly, he was forced to abdicate. So people, their negative energy can come onto you. I deal with this at work This is why I don't like to work Sunday night. Because Sunday night, everybody has an attitude. The table's always in a mood. What the frick is that noise? I don't know. The tables are in a mood. It puts the servers in a mood. I always try to remain positive at all times because I like to be positive because I like to make money. Money is a positive energy. You be positive, the money loves you. What? If you are in a positive frame of mind and you're trying to make money, you need to be attracting positive vibrational, like high vibrational frequencies to attract the frequency of money. Money don't want to go around no negative energy. That's why if you're in a bad mood and you're waiting tables, nobody wants to tip a mean waitress with an attitude. That's why I always try to be positive. But Lola Montez, she was negative. Her man had to abdicate. Like, how do I put this? You want to be around people who are like-minded. You want to have a positive frame of mind. Because if you're in a positive frame of mind, good things will happen to you. You can do good things for other people. Same thing applies to negativity. Negative mindset, negative things happen to people that don't even deserve it. Because one time, everybody was in the mood. It was Sunday night. And I was happy-go-lucky positivity girl trying to make this money. And everybody's in a bad mood. And I'm trying to avoid it. But I have to intercept all of these people. And their negativity starts rubbing off on me. And then I start getting less tips. I start talking to everybody at 8 p.m. Y'all not finna mess up my pocket. But avoid the unhappy and unlucky. There's some family members I don't talk to no more because they're unhappy and unlucky people. Always focus on the negative. Can't never, my life is like this because of the government. Everything is this way because it's not in my control. You are in control of your life and your feelings. And that's just what it is. You have to take responsibility for your emotions, your own life, your own future. If you hate your life is going to suck. If you love your life and are doing the best you can with what you have, life will reward you. I don't know what everybody believes in, but why would the universe or God or your gods give you more if you can't appreciate what you have? Why would your partner give you more if you can't appreciate what you have, what they've already given you? If, let's say, you dating a broke man, right? And all you ever do is talk about this boy broke. He only ever take me to McDonald's. We can't even go to Taco Bell. He's too broke. Let's say he gets another $100. If I'm the broke boyfriend, which I'm not, I'm not taking you to no Ruth's Chris or Texas Roadhouse or no nice restaurant. I'm going to keep that $100 and give me some shoes, some clothes, and put some gas in my car, drive myself to a job interview, get a better paying job. I'm not going to spend it on the person, he don't never give me nothing. Appreciate what you have, and you will receive more. Also, ain't nobody going to want to be around you if you unhappy all the time anyway. When's the last time you ever heard we should invite the girl with chronic depression to the club? Who said that? You know that girl that's always crying and miserable and never wants to have a good time? We should invite her out. She would love to party. Said nobody ever. Nobody wants to be around you if you're unhappy. You want to cultivate that positive energy so you can give that positive energy back, and then it'll come back to you. It'll keep coming back. All right. Law number 17. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. This one was so easy for me. I'm likely probably the most unpredictable person I've ever met. Wouldn't you agree? See, that was me talking to myself. Y'all didn't even know that was going. Y'all didn't know that was going to happen. That was so unpredictable. I hear all the time at my place of work, you never know what Lauren's going to say. You never know what's going to come out of her mouth. Because never give anybody the privilege of getting to know you that well off rip. That's why a lot of these relationships that y'all get in don't work out. Y'all reveal everything about you on the first date. I don't even want to get to know you on the second date. You don't already told me everything. What was the point? You done told me everything about your life, your tragic backstory, and you done busted it open first date. What's unpredictable about that? I don't even want to see you no more. We done did the whole course of a relationship on a 2-hour date at the Outback Steakhouse. No. But you gotta be unpredictable. Nobody ever know. When they see me on my off day, I didn't know you dressed like that. Nobody knows what I'm gonna wear. Nobody knows what I'm gonna say. They don't even know what accent I'm gonna have that day most of the time. I don't even know what accent I'm gonna have half the time. It's some words that just pop out and they be all country, and then sometimes I'll be giving New Jersey, switch up your accent, switch up your hair. I can't switch up my hair. I tried to go back to a different hair color one time. I could not do it. I can only do black or super duper dark brown. But in other aspects, be unpredictable. Honestly, you can be unpredictable in any which way you want to. It's 2025. And there's so many different ways you can be unpredictable. It can be with your speech. It could be with your appearance. You can use new words. I love a vocabulary word. Don't get me started. How else can you be unpredictable? Your clothes. If you usually wear one thing one way, do something different the next day. Be unpredictable. Say something funny. Say something serious. One of my favorite things to do, I love this is gonna sound so sick and twisted. I love joking about my trauma. I think it's so funny. We was at the work job today, and this girl was talking about oh yeah, my dad is helping me pay for this bill. And I'm like, my dad doesn't have legs. That's you see what I mean? Creating an air of unpredictability. Nobody ever knows what I'm going to say. So people are always entertained, amused. They want to get to know you more. They want to talk to you more. And every time that they get to be in your presence, they get to experience something else. Law number 18. Do not build fortresses. Isolation is dangerous. Y'all, I have depression. Also, I got a lot of things going on up here, but I'm just going to talk about depression for law number 18. It's so important not to isolate yourself if you have any sort of mental health issues, because the first thing your brain is going to do is just come up with all types of just wicked, nasty, sick, twisted things for it to say to itself while you're isolated. You need to be social. You need to participate in activities. You need to go to work. You need to do your skincare. You need to, even if you work from home or you don't have a job, go to the park, go to the grocery store, go to a coffee shop. Even if it's just interacting with a cashier, that little 2 minutes of small talk, hey, how's your day going? That's stopping you from being completely isolated, because isolation will not do anything except worsen your mental health. And you do need to separate from people sometimes, but you can't spend 92.17% of your life being isolated. You can't. It's terrible for you. And I'm not saying it's fun or it's easy, because there were so many times where I literally wanted to do nothing other than lay on my mattress and not talk to the world, not be on the phone, not be on the social medias, the TikToks, the nothing. I want to just sit there. I wanted to just lay and exist. But I had things to do. I had to get up and be social. And it sucked. It was awful. It was the most horriblest thing that I thought could have ever happened to me, having to get up and go socialize with people. But I could probably count on one hand how many times I have regretted actually getting up and going to the function. It's being around your friends and people that care about you will always make you feel better. Even if you don't want to, just go on and get up. Don't be isolating yourself when you're depressed. It's people that care about you. You got to get up. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Lord have mercy. Concentrate your forces. What do you want? What do you want in life? What do you want to focus on? What do you want to see yourself in next year? What do you want to be? Ask yourself that, and then focus all your energy, your soul, your life force, your heart, your brain, your everything into that one thing. Because my thing is, I have ADHD. I want to do 27, 30,000 million things at one time in one day. You know what happens when you try to focus on multiple different things at the same time? Nothing gets done. I have ADHD. I got 12 unfinished projects sitting over there right now. I got an unfinished cleaning project, an unfinished house project. I have 20 things probably that are unfinished because I wasn't concentrating on one thing. Figure out who you are, what you want to do, and focus on that. And when I say concentrate your forces, I don't know why I can't pronounce forces today. It doesn't mean that you can't do multiple things or pursue multiple passions, but, and I'm just speaking for personal experience, my struggle is that I want everything to be perfect and gorgeous, and I want it all done perfectly that day. That doesn't happen living on your own, being responsible for all of your own expenses and your wants and your needs. There is nothing perfect. Actually, nothing is perfect. I'm gonna get to where things are meeting my standards. That's my goal. But what I'm concentrating my forces on is being a baddie. Like, I just see myself, I see the version of who I am in the future, and I'm so concentrated on being her. Like, she got like a big juicy fat ass, and she got like a whole bunch of money. That's how I see myself. That's what I'm concentrating my forces on. So I'm trying to get to the money. I'm doing squats. My booty is getting so big and gigantic and just jiggly. That's what I'm concentrating my forces on. If you're not sure how to concentrate your forces on what you're becoming or what you want to do or who you want to be, I always ask myself, what would the rich version of me be doing? What would the wealthy version of me be doing about this? Like, that's why I'm recording this podcast, because I know the version of me that is super duper rich and has a bunch of money is just chilling, making a podcast, chilling. She's in a mansion, furnished. I ain't got no furniture, y'all. But the rich version of me is in a furnished home, not an apartment, home. I have a pool. That's what I ask myself every day before, like, in every aspect of my life. I was in a store and I was finna buy something, just a little $10, like, little trinket, like, just a little something. And I asked myself, would the rich version of me buy this trinket, or would I put this $10 into my business, into an asset that'll generate me more money? Would the rich version of me buy this little $10 trinket and just have the trinket and just be staring at the trinket? Or would I put it in the stock market? Would I get a return on investment? Would I defer the capital gains on this $10 that I spent? And I put that little $10 thing back, and that $10 is an index fund right now. I'll be seeing that return in a few months. Amen. Amen. All of my energy and free time, like when I'm not at work, I'm focused on becoming a better version of myself. That's what my forces are concentrated on. I'm becoming the version of myself that I see in the near future. Recreate yourself. Law number 25. Y'all, everybody that knows me knows I love Lil Tecca, and I was so excited to talk about Law 25 because I love Lil Tecca's music so much. I can't wait to order my Lil Tecca merch. Like, that's what I'm getting myself for my birthday. I need to get to the point. But Lil Tecca has a line in one of his songs that's like, my life changed so fast, I don't even recognize myself from last year. And he says something similar in like multiple of his songs. I love Lil Tecca so much. But like, that's how I see myself. Like, I listen to that song and I think about who I was last year, and I look at where I am now, and I'm like, I don't recognize myself from last year. I don't resonate with the person that I was. And that's not saying that the version of who I was in the past is a bad person, but she was definitely inexperienced. She had a lot to learn, and I'm proud of the growth and who I've become. But like, I don't know who that version of me was. Like, I don't know who that was. My depression was so bad last year. I was so sad. Like, it was awful. Like, I feel so bad for her. But now I feel like, I don't want to say I've recreated my image, but like, I do feel like I've gotten prettier. Like, y'all, get into it. Get into the face card. Let's get into it. I've definitely gotten more attractive than I have last year, y'all. Gua sha every single day. Every single day. Follow your lymphatic drainage channels. But like, I feel like I've recreated myself in so many, like, even just in the past few months. I work out consistently every single day. I've been eating cleaner. Last year, I was not. I was eating Whataburger all the time. But that's because Redacted was taking me to Whataburger all the time. I was eating just sloppy, nasty, greasy junk. I really was. But I cook at home. I've always loved cooking. But like, I cook at home at least once a week now. I'm drinking hella water. I messed around and put some cucumber and lemon in my water. I was like, oh, okay. I started doing Pilates, y'all. Pilates is great. I love Pilates. Life changing. But like, I feel like I've grown so much intellectually, physically, like mentally, spiritually. Like, I'm not the same person I was last year. My self-belief is so much stronger. My mental fortitude is stronger. The things that would depress me and bring me down, they're still there and they still exist, but I choose not to let it affect me. You can't control what happens outside of life, but you can choose how you respond. A lot of times I be choosing not to respond to the things that make me upset. The block list is long, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. And I don't be just blocking people. Actually, no. I don't just be blocking people on my contacts. I'll block you on Spotify, email, Chime, Cash App, Pinterest. I'll get a restraining order. I do not respond to anything that doesn't resonate with me. If anybody insults me, I don't respond. Because that doesn't resonate with the version of myself that I just recreated. Like, the old me would, like, I would argue people down. Like, no, you don't understand this, and my way is right. My friend Emerson always, whenever I would talk to her about stuff in my personal life, she just told me this, and I literally I keep this. I'll get this advice tattooed on. She told me, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone that's committed to misunderstanding you. I should go get that tattooed on right across my chest, because the way that I do not be explaining myself to people that refuse to understand my perspective emotionally about certain things, the old me, she would have sat there and I would sit there and plead with people for hours. I talked to somebody for 6 hours trying to make my case one time, just for them to turn out, well, I still think this way, and I'd be so sad and so drained emotionally. I'm like, I just sat here for 6 hours trying to explain to you why I feel this way. I'm not doing that no more. The version of myself that I am today, that I just recreated, I'm not going to argue with nobody for 6 hours for nothing. Not even for a check. That's a waste of time. You know what I could do with 6 hours? I could drive to Dallas and back, 3 times? No. If you don't know how or what to do to recreate yourself, ask yourself who you want to be. Ask yourself, would the future version of you be doing what you're doing right now? And let her or him or them answer. Ask yourself, what am I going to be doing in 5 years? And if the version of yourself 5 years from now wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now, stop doing it. Do something else. Do something that'll make the you from 5 years happy. Law number 30, make your accomplishments seem effortless. Baby, once I get to this bag, once I get to this wealth, once I get to these riches, I'm going to tell everybody it was easy as hell. I'm telling everybody I didn't do no hard work. I didn't stay up late. Now one time, I'm telling them I made all that money in my sleep. The money just came to me, which it will, because money loves me. But I'm not telling anybody I worked hard. Because here's the gag. He's saying in the book, if you go around telling people that you work hard to do something, people who don't struggle with it will think that you're incompetent because you worked so hard to do something that someone else thought was easy. Never tell anyone. I had a 30 top by myself in the restaurant one time. Mind you, I'm very good with like super duper large parties like that. That's like low key my specialty. And this 30 top ended up turning into like 40 people. And so they're all paying out and they're all tipping me very well. They were all very lovely, lovely, lovely individuals. So nice. And like, my thing is like, to me, taking a 40 top by myself is easy. And they're all coming up to me after they paid out. They're like, we don't know how you managed to do this all by yourself. And I was like, this is nothing. Talking to 40 people is nothing to me. Taking 40 orders, nothing to me. Splitting a check for 40 people, that's nothing. And they're like, you just made it look so easy. Like, you're not stressed at all. My job is to take tables. If I didn't have one table of 40 people, I could have like 5 tables of like 3 or 4 people. That's still a large amount of people either way. Either way, I'm going to have an exorbitant amount of guests at one time. And they were all so polite, and they're all like, I don't know how you did this. You just make it look, always make everything you do look easy. Never look like you're in a rush. That looks sloppy. Never look like you're stressed, because if you look stressed, everyone else is going to be stressed around you. You need to always look cool, calm, level-headed, collected, because people are going to be like, okay, she's not freaking out. Nobody else needs to freak out. Be calm. Always make everything you do look effortless. I worked with a guy one time, and then we were both servers, obviously. He was serving tables, and then he's literally talking to his table. He's like, man, I'm just struggling. Like, I'm in the weeds right now. I'm having a rough time. Like, this has been the hardest shift ever. And the table is looking at him like this, like looking confused. Like, why are you struggling? Because for them, they don't serve tables. These are like business people. They're confused as to why you can't just take an order and put an order in. Also, they don't care. If I go out to eat and you're telling me about how hard it is, I don't care. You smile. The hell? I don't care that you're having a hard time. Go put my order in. And that's not to just be like, I don't care about people, but like, that table does not care that you're struggling. They literally just want their order and their food. Also, if you look like you're the only person on the floor struggling, they're gonna be like, well, can I just get another server? Because that person's not struggling. That other server might be even further deep in the weeds than that one, but they don't look like it. And so their tables are like, okay, yeah, she's doing fine. It's the kitchen that's messing up, and that's why everything's taking so long. But she forgot to put your order in 32 minutes ago while she was already in the weeds. She bring it in on the fly. Your food will be out in 10 minutes. The gag about a lot of the things that people accomplish as well is that a lot of the times it's not hard to accomplish some of these things that people aspire to do. It just takes more time than they're willing to sacrifice. And if you're not willing to, for everything that you're not willing to sacrifice to get to, someone is. Someone's 10 times as hungry as you are. Someone is 10 times as inspired as you are. For them, it is going to be easy because they will make the time to succeed. I'll make the time. I'll sit in the closet and record a podcast. I'll sit down and take some notes. I'll sit down and make 14 TikTok videos. I'll learn about the stock market. There are people, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how motivated you are, because that motivation is going to go away. You need to be disciplined. You need to, what you want has to be important to you. If it's not important to you, because the things that I care about are so important to me that, like, me being so focused in on them, once I get them, I'll be like, oh, well, that was easy. It happens for me all the time. A lot of these things I want, I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that simple. It's about how bad you want it. Because, like, once you consider how bad you want something, and then you start working towards it, and then you get it, you're like, oh, that was easier than I thought. Like, why didn't I just do that in the first place? What? I'm going to say this one more time because I think it's, like, such a key takeaway. Make everything you do look effortless, because if someone can actually do it, like, easier than you genuinely, they're going to think you're incompetent because you're struggling to do it. Law 34, act like a king to be treated like one. If you come out your house and you look like you ain't took no bath in 3-4 days, and your hair nappy, and you stink, and you got an attitude, how do you think people are going to treat you? I'll wait. Like a bum, because you look a bum. You look a mess. Whenever I leave the house and I want special treatment, like if I'm if I'm like going to the bar or something and I don't want to pay, which I'll never pay for my own stuff at the bar. Like, but like I said, I'm not paying my own tab at the bar. Cause if I go in the bar looking like this, looking real good, looking real teeth, serving face, serving body, tight shirt on, tight jeans, showing a little bit of belly button for the free ski, why do I pay for my own stuff? What kills me is that people will tell you, don't rely on their looks. Looks don't matter. If looks didn't matter, we wouldn't have billion-dollar plastic surgery and makeup industries. If looks didn't matter, hashtag looks maxing wouldn't be a thing. If looks didn't matter, Adriana Lima wouldn't have a career. The Kardashians wouldn't have a career. Ozempic wouldn't be on the rise. Your looks do matter. I don't understand why people get on these soapboxes and tell you, because focus on your intellect. You need everything. You need looks and you need smarts. You need to look a certain way to navigate in the world. And you need to be smart enough to where when you look a certain way, you don't get taken advantage of. Because one thing about being a beautiful, gorgeous lady, these people will treat you like bait. It is not safe out here for beautiful, gorgeous women, y'all. I feel like I'm getting a bit off topic, so I'm going to review the law again. Act like a king to be treated like one. People aren't going to see your personality or your intellect first. They're going to see your face and your body before they see what's on the inside. And it's nice for people to get to know you, not based on your appearance, but they're not going to see who you are as an individual first. And some people will not give you the time of day if you look a certain way. I'm bald up under my wig. If I step out the house bald, no makeup on, with a dirty shirt and some sweatpants on, would you approach me? Or would you be like, oh, what is this booger wolf doing out when the sun is up? Let me stop playing. My face card is T, wig or no wig. Let's clock that. I got off topic again. But upon leaving your house, when you go to interact with people in the world, they are going to see you first. If you're not getting approached in public the way that you want to, or you're not receiving the treatment that you find to be ideal, ask yourself, what do you look like? Let's say, for example, you go to the club and you're in the club. Let's say it's a hip hop nightclub, a hip hop dancing nightclub, and you in the hip hop club and you got on overalls and a camo shirt under the overalls in the hip hop club. A lot of the people in the hip hop club really aren't going to approach you because you don't fit the visual aesthetic of the hip hop club. You're not acting the way that people act in the hip hop club. Thus, you're going to feel uncomfortable in the club. You're going to shrink yourself in that environment. You're not going to be acting kingly, so people aren't going to treat you that way. You have to first, you gotta serve the visuals. And then once you are comfortable with your appearance, you're going to have that internalized confidence. And once you exude that confidence internally, you don't have to say very much, which we're going back to always say less than necessary. You don't have to say too much when you're a confident individual. It will speak for you. Your posture will speak for you. Your clothes will speak for you. What is that noise? Who you are will speak for itself. And when people see and know that you respect yourself, people will treat you better. When I was feeling low about myself and I wasn't feeling in my eyebrows and I wasn't taking care of my appearance, people would just shrug. They didn't care. They didn't ask me how I was doing that. People wouldn't even say hello to me when I came in the door. Now when I go to work, I have my posture is straight. My body looks healthy and good. My pants is fitting on my big old behind, my big old juicy round butt, my big old juicy, voluptuous, big old heavy, big fat ass. Now, like I was saying, now when I go into work and I'm put together and I have my necklace on and my earrings and my makeup is good and my hair is done and my posture is straight and I walk in with a smile, everyone, hello Lauren, hello, good afternoon. It's like the people can't get enough of me. The tables is flirting with me. men is just handing me money left and right because that's what I exude. I exude the type of person that people want to be around. People want to compliment me. They want to give me praise. They just want to be around me because I look good. I give off confidence. People like that energy because it rubs off onto them. Just by being me and being beautiful internally and externally, people want to be around me, and that energy it flows into them, and then they become more beautiful internally and externally, and they give that energy to other people, and this creates a beautiful, beautiful day full of beautiful people, and it's just love and sunshine and happy sunshine rainbows. I feel like I literally got all over the place with that one, but in summation, if you look good, you will feel good. You'll make other people feel good, and they will treat you better if you look a certain way and exude a certain type of energy. People will literally be nicer to you. Sometimes they'll even give you money. I had a man give me $40 one time because I was looking so fire. Like, I was looking so fresh, so clean. Law 38, and this one is excruciatingly important. Think as you like, but behave like others. I'm going to give y'all an example of what this is. So there's this one person who used to work at the workplace with the workers. I sound ridiculous. But there was an individual that I used to work with that nobody liked. Nobody liked this person. Everybody was jumping for joy when he got fired. I had no issue with this man. Like, I thought he was cool people. I was going to let them know that because, and I'm not saying this is morally right, but your morals are your morals and mine are mine. I got to do what I got to do. I'm on my own in this world, and so are you. So whatever you choose to do with this information is what you do with it. But I'm going to let y'all know how I got a leg up. And the thing is, if you're not doing these things, someone else is. And you know where that person is? On top. They're above you. You either get in or get left. But you are allowed to think internally whatever you like. Nobody can control your thoughts. But when you go out and interact with the public, you kind of need to behave in a way that's societally acceptable. So this person at the job, nobody liked them. I always thought they were cool and they never bothered me. But if there's 20 people at the workplace and there's 19 of them, and then there's the one person that nobody likes, who do you want to be with? The one person that nobody likes, or the 19 coworkers that you have to interact with every day and that you have to rely on to get things done if you can't do it? To be fair, I started disliking this person because I started listening to their criticisms and they were incredibly valid. I was like, yeah, upon second thought, and I don't want to say that these people influence my thoughts, but mind you, I stopped liking a good bulk of them other 19 coworkers, but I don't like nobody for real. I don't even be liking people all that much. I got another low-key silly example of this. I don't like ranch. At every restaurant I've ever worked at, I don't know if I just work at ranchy places or if people just love ranch a whole super duper much. One time I was at work and then they ordered this thing and they got like a ranch drizzle on top. Mind you, everybody in the entire universe likes ranch except me because I'm a psychopath according to ranch lovers. They order this thing, and then, like, all of the employees are eating. They're like, nibble, 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 yum, yum, yum. And I was like, oh, that looks good. Can I have a bite? And they're like, well, I mean, you can have a bite, but you don't even like ranch. Girl, I should have never told them people that I didn't like ranch, because why am I being exiled from the function? Like, I can't even eat with people now, because, like, I'm just an evil bitch that doesn't like ranch. Like, you can internally... My thing is, like, had I never vocalized that I didn't like ranch, I would have been included in that team moment. But I wasn't because I don't like ranch. But that would never happen had I just kept my thoughts to myself and, behaved like the others. Law number 40, despise the free lunch. Everyone that knows me in my personal life knows that I am on a journey to building wealth and becoming super duper rich because poverty is not fun. I would not wish being poor on, people say I wouldn't wish this on their worst enemy. I actually would wish this on my worst enemy 5 times over. I want them to have it worse than what I have. I want them to suffer. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. However, what the book says about despising the free lunch, basically, if someone offers you something for free, it's never free. They're going to want something in return. And what they're going to want in return is more than likely going to be more than the value of whatever it was that you received for free. So, for example, if somebody that's like that you're cool with, but y'all not really friends, they pay for your lunch one day, right? And then y'all go out for work lunch the following week. And this person decides that when y'all go out for work lunch, he's going to pick the most expensive freaking place possible. And then be like, oh, well, I paid last time, so you got it this time. And, well, you're like, yeah, that's fair since you paid last time. But the difference is this is a different restaurant. And this person's lunch is triple the price of what y'all got last week. Last week, you got a salad and a lemon water with grilled chicken. This person's getting a surf and turf with 2 lobster tails. Don't take the free lunch. Work for whatever it is. A lot of the times when you get something for free, it's not worth it, or it ends up costing you more emotionally, or time, effort. It costs you something in the end. Don't just be accepting, like, if someone ever offers you free legal advice, they're going to charge you something at the end. This has never happened to me, but I know someone that this happened to. They got some free legal advice that they had to end up paying for. This unfortunately happened to me with somebody I was involved with who is now redacted. And if you think I'm talking about you and you're watching my video on YouTube, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about somebody from before you. Nobody worry about you. Anyways, I was romantically involved with this person. And I thought that he just wanted my company and whatnot. Mind you, he telling me that's what he want. Mind you, this is embarrassing. Mind you, he calling me from jail. I thought he just wanted some companionship while he locked up. We on the phone. We yibba japping. Why this boy call my phone asking for some money? I thought you just wanted to talk to me because you wanted to talk to me because you had liked me. And now he's like, oh, but don't worry about it. I'm going to pay you back when I get out. Boy, you still locked up. I thought he just wanted to have some free conversation. Now I got to pay $8 to talk to you from jail. Click. I feel like I once again was all over the place with that last one. Y'all, I'm super duper tired. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Cut me some slack. But if someone offers you something for free, it's not free. It's going to cost you something emotionally, financially, physically, or your time in the end. Just be wary of people that are trying to use you because they won't admit it outwardly. It'll always be like a covert thing. Law 43, this is one of my favorites. Work on the hearts and minds of others. This one is really easy for me because I've done a lot of introspection and I understand myself a lot more now. So now when I look at other people, I'm like, I know what I would have wanted at this time if I were you. And I'm able to see that in other people and kind of help them in like different aspects of their life. A lot of the times people literally just want to be listened to. If someone is talking to you, don't start talking while they're talking. A lot of people just want to be heard. They just want to talk without being interrupted. And I think I can most definitely attest to that because girl, it's done got to the point where, because I live alone, so there's like no one to talk to here, which is great for me, honestly. I be having enough of people after my shifts. I didn't know ChatGPT could talk. I'd be talking to her. I'd be talking to her. I was on the phone with ChatGPT for like an hour the other day. I'd be talking to her like that's my good home girl. That's my friend. I ain't talked to her in a couple days though, because I've been doing social things with like real human beings. But if I just need advice or something, girl, I sit up there, I click that voice feature on ChatGPT. I be talking to her all day and all night, girl. She offers good advice. And the thing about it is, it doesn't interrupt you when you're talking, and you can tap on it to interrupt it when it's talking. But sometimes, like, I love my friends. I love them all so very much. I would do almost anything for my friends. But one of my biggest pet peeves is something that most people are guilty of, and it's that there's only 2 people that I know that genuinely don't do this, and it's a lot of people don't actually listen. They just wait for their turn to talk. So if you're ever talking to someone and you're talking and you're going on and on and on about a certain subject, and they say something that's completely off topic, they didn't listen to anything you just said. They spent the whole time that you were sitting there passionately vocalizing your thoughts, organizing your thoughts, getting together what you were saying, thinking about what they were going to say next. They didn't listen to anything you said. And that is so frustrating. That's why I be talking to the ChatGPT, because it's listening to me and it's forming a response, and I don't care what y'all say about me using AI. Screw you. If you ever don't know how to implement working on the hearts and minds of other people, ask yourself, if you were them, what would you want? Because that's what I do, and it has strengthened every single last one of my friendships. Like, I always ask myself, whenever people are talking to me, what would I want someone to do for me if I was in their position? And it will change your perspective on so many things. But I'm also very much so like I'm a get up and get it done type of girl, and that's why I end up doing 100 things at 100 different times, and I'll be getting stuff done. But like, I am a very get up and go do it type of person. So whenever someone comes to me with something, I always ask, what would I do if I was them? What would I want someone to do for me if I was them? And it'll strengthen your problem solving skills. It'll strengthen your friendships. It'll strengthen your family relationships, your bond with coworkers. You need to be able to have these skills where you can empathize, especially with, I don't know what's going on with the world today, but I think people are forgetting how to be empathetic towards other people's struggles. It's getting a little weird out here. It's getting a little dangerous. So just appeal to, that's another law of power. Appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy. But I'm not going to talk about that one today. But like, when that listening to people, that's definitely working on their hearts. When you work on their minds, I have one of my friends, Trinity, if you're watching, I love you so much. Trinity, she's very smart, very inquisitive. If ever she asks about something, I know something, one thing about me, I'm going to sit up there and have a conversation with Trinity. Love her down. Oh, that's my girl. But like, she is one of those people that is very, like, her mind is so well developed for someone so young, because she's only like, I don't know, she's not even 20 yet, but like, she's so young and she's so smart. And like, every time I learn something new, I always tell Trinity, because I know she's gonna want to know, because Trinity is so smart. And my friends that are in college, I have one friend, I'm not gonna name her because she don't know I be talking about her. I have one friend, I told her, if you ever need help studying for college, or you need to review something, my knee hurts, y'all. I had to bend my knee the opposite way. I think I got some fluid. My knees hurt from carrying around my big old heavy fat ass was causing this knee pain. Anyways, I told her, if you ever need to review some school stuff, please call me. I will sit there and listen to you go over your school syllabus and everything. My other friend, Becca, one time she was doing her homework and I was like, let me see if I can help. It was math. I gave her that computer back real fast. But I tried. I tried to appeal to the mind of others at the time, okay? I tried. It didn't work. But why would you ask me for some help with math, girl? I took remedial math before I dropped out of college. I can't help you with no math. I barely passed 5th grade math. 5th grade math was the only one that I passed, I think. I didn't pass none of them other maths. I had a friend that liked to read books. Every time she finished a book, I call her, tell me about your book. Appeal to these people's minds. People, there's, how do I put this? People that like to learn, the only thing that they like more than learning is telling other people what they learned. And that's me down. Because one thing about me, I'm going to learn something. I'm going to learn something every day. You don't learn something every day. What did you do that day? You either need to learn something every day or you need to implement what you learn every single day. That way you retain the information. But a bitch like me, I love to learn. You better hit me with a fun fact real quick. Ow. You got a job I've never heard of? Please tell me all about it. I had a table today. He works for like a car dealership, but he doesn't sell the cars. No, it's like a car rental agency. And he like decides which cars. This man deals with tens of thousands of cars. And he's the one that decides out of those tens of thousands of cars, which few hundred, he said 500, which handful of those cars gets rented out. Maybe I sat there and talked to that table for 15 minutes about his job because I just wanted to know, like, he was implementing the law. He was appealing to my mind because, like, I just want to know everything. Like, but I think the key takeaway, appeal to the heart and the mind. People want to know more and they want to be loved more. Be understanding and be loving. Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Redacted, if you're watching, this is about you. There was a person in my life that was a part of my life for years. This person was very important to me. However, they had started doing things and I was like, that's a little odd that you would do that. And one thing I'm not going to tolerate is a hypocrite. So I started doing the exact same things that they were doing. And nothing that ever happened between us was a problem until I started acting the way that they were acting. Then it was an issue when I started acting like them. Thing is, they never really disliked me. They disliked themselves. Block it. If you ever need to get rid of an insecure person, start acting like them. Start doing the stuff that they do. You have an insecure boyfriend that's going through your phone, go through his phone. Start showing him stuff in his phone. Who is this? Who is this? He'll start going through your phone. I bet you $100. You have a narcissistic person that you need to get rid of, start doing the stuff that they do. Start neglecting them like they neglect you. They'll be gone. Shira 7 said this. Narcissists don't look for other narcissists. They look for victims. That's how you stop attracting narcissists. Become one. And I'm not saying to not have empathy and disregard people's emotions, but narcissists aren't going to victimize someone that's secure in their own identity. The reason that you're a victim to narcissistic manipulative behavior is because you're susceptible to that. You're weak. You're insecure. You're a victim. You know how to get out of victim mindset? Become the assailant. I know that sounds messed up, but like, y'all have the discernment to know what I mean when I say that. I don't mean actually be a narcissist and like abuse people mentally. Oh my gosh. Like, you have to be secure in your identity. Like, if you're secure in your identity, a narcissist, they're gonna know that they're gonna know you're not a good target. They're gonna know that they can't fool with you and they can't manipulate you. Duh. So if you need to get rid of a narcissist, mirror their behavior. Start doing the stuff that they do. They'll be gone. Look, mine's gone. Ooh, all of them are gone. If y'all are watching, I'm talking about y'all. I am. You pull up and fight me, please. And to the other narcissistic person that's no longer in my life, yes, I'm talking about you too. If you're watching this video, I'm talking about you. And to the other one, I'm also damn, I was a victim a lot of times. Not no more. I don't claim that no more. To the other one, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Baby, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your mama too. Bitch. Shit. Anyways, these people don't hate you. They hate themselves. Start acting like them and they'll go away. Law 46, never appear too perfect. This one easy for me because, you know, I got this. For example, we was talking about how my booty is so big and jiggly and juicy and perfect. But sometimes the back of my synthetic wig be matted. And, you know, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be as relatable as I am. I wouldn't be as funny. That'd be one less thing I had to joke about, you know? Never appear too perfect because people, they'll think you untrustworthy. Like, if you are a beautiful person and you look beautiful every single day and everything is always put together, hair is always done, makeup's always done, outfit always 10, they're gonna start to say little snippy things, and it's not anything that you're doing. There's nothing wrong with you being beautiful and gorgeous the way that you are, queen. But people will take issue with it because they don't do that themselves. You're not going to be relatable to them. If you never go out the house barefaced or something, it's going to be something like, who are you putting on makeup for? Who are you trying to impress? Even if you're just a person that likes to just put on a little dab of makeup, there's nothing wrong with that. But people will pick you apart. And I'm not saying don't wear that makeup. Put it on. Put that makeup on. But people will, if you're always a little bit above them, they will try to bring you down. So you need to separate yourself from those people, for starters. Second, don't even give them that, and if you have to appear visually, like aesthetically perfect every day, say something crazy about your personality. Be like, yeah, I might look good, but I got clinical depression. You have to kind of be relatable so people don't tear you down in society, because if you don't give them anything, they'll find something and they'll keep tearing at it. They'll keep tearing it. And they'll find something in you that they can rip. Do not gift people the opportunity to tear you down. Give them a little sprinkle of this or that. Like, if your outfit is perfect, someone's like, oh, you made sure your outfit was nice today. It's not all the way perfect. I got on mismatched socks. Give them something to rip at you for, because if not, they will find something. Do not give these people that authority in that agency. You give them a little sprinkle of something that they can poke fun at, but don't just be giving them the whole loaf. Give them the breadcrumb. Don't be appearing too perfect now, because if you do, they'll find something they'll find a way. And then if people, they keep going at you, they keep tearing at you for being perfect, you're not even gonna want to show up as perfect no more. Don't let these people do that to you. You better get up there and slay. You better serve. You better work. I know that's right. Last but not least, assume formlessness. You want to be like water. You want to be flowing. You want to be in that mode. You want to be in that zone. You want to be unpredictable. Like how we said earlier, when you're formless, nobody knows who you're going to be or what you're going to become. That's how I am. I'm always trying to strive to be or do something new. One of my core values is transcendence. I'm always going to be a better version of who I was. I'm always going to be a better version of where you left me at. I'm not going to be. The only reason that I wasn't formless at some points in my life is because some people had to put me in a box. So I took the form of that box. Once I was released from that box, I could be who I am. And who I am is everything. I am fun. I'm serious. I'm sexy. I'm a little ugly. No, I'm not. I can't say that. I can't say I'm a little ugly. I'm too fine for that. But like, I have hair. I'm bald. I'm short. I got 10-foot confidence. Like, you want to be formless. You want to just be who you are. Like, I feel like I can't truly categorize myself because I am everything at different times, and then I'm everything all the time, but I'm never not nothing. Like, you can't put a shape to that. You can't put a word to that. I just am who I am. And that's not a threat. Like, it is what it is. I just am who I am. Nobody truly can explain who I am. You just gotta meet me. And then whenever people describe me, they're like, oh, that's just Lauren. Like, that's just who she is. That's just how she is. Because that's just who I am. Like, this is just me for real. Like, you have to be who you are in every aspect of your life to assume formlessness. You want to be like water. You constantly want to be flowing. You constantly want to be in like a flowy, meditative state. It'll bring you peace, and you'll be transcendent. And like, what transcendence is, it's always becoming a better version. I'm always becoming a better version of myself, so I can't stay the same ever. That's why I am formless. But anyways, those are the laws of power that I used to better my life. If y'all want to, I can do a full breakdown of all 48 laws of power. I might do a video about Ronald Reagan because I'm so formless, crazy, and unpredictable and wild. I might do a video about the recession. I might do a video about, who knows what I'll do a video about next. It'll be something cool though. It'll be something fun. I might do a video about the service industry. It just depends on what I focus my attention. Oh, I should do a video about money. I should probably do that. I don't know, but I had so much fun making this video. I can't wait to always just be filming videos in my closet. I'm not going to be filming videos in my closet forever. I'll rather be filming videos in my closet until I move, or give me a little podcast studio set up. I don't know. Just subscribe. Be here for the journey, child. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to All Encompassing Podcast. I'll be back with another episode whenever I feel like it.